Welcome to the darkest rivalry in industrial rock. Today, we dive into the intense story between Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson, mentor and disciple, creators of chaos and sound. This duo shaped a generation, but behind the music, betrayal and tension exploded. Stick around and tell us, whose side are you on, Trent Reznor or Marilyn Manson? Let's begin this twisted tale of power and destruction.
In the early 90s, industrial rock was rising from the underground. Trent Reznor's 9 Inch Nails led the way with fierce sounds and emotional lyrics. Meanwhile, a young man named Brian Warner was creating his alter ego, Marilyn Manson. When Reznor saw Manson perform, he recognized raw talent mixed with dark theatrics. He signed him to his label, becoming his mentor and producer. Their partnership shook the music world. They were unstoppable until the cracks began to show. Manson admired Reznor like a god. Reznor saw in Manson a vessel to channel even darker ideas. Together, they created albums that terrified parents and thrilled misfits. Their tours were filled with blood, fire, and chaos. But ego got in the way. Manson's rise to fame was fast and aggressive. Reznor, used to control, felt the power shift. The disciple wanted to break free. The bond that once created masterpieces was becoming toxic and unstable. Stylistically, Reznor and Manson shared a love for darkness, but they expressed it differently. Reznor was calculated and minimal, aiming for sonic precision. Manson was theatrical, outrageous, and unpredictable. Critics praised their collaborations, but tension brewed off stage. Manson's shocking image often stole headlines. Some say Reznor felt overshadowed. Others claim Manson accused Reznor of artistic suppression. Either way, the relationship was cracking under pressure. A persistent myth says Reznor controlled everything Manson did. From the lyrics to the look, some believed Manson was his puppet. But Manson rejected that idea. He wanted to become his own monster, not someone's creation. The media loved the drama. Two twisted geniuses turning on each other. Fans picked sides. The mentor-student dynamic collapsed. Manson began lashing out, and Reznor pulled away from the fire he once fueled. Reznor had already built his empire with albums like The Downward Spiral. He was respected, mysterious, and deeply emotional. Manson, with Reznor's help, released Antichrist Superstar, a cultural earthquake. The album made him a superstar, feared and worshipped. But with fame came conflict. Reznor wanted musical evolution. Manson wanted rebellion and shock. Their goals no longer aligned. Their bond turned into silent competition and cold distance. The final blow came during the 1997 Dead to the World tour. Behind the scenes, chaos ruled. Fights, drugs, and clashing egos tore them apart. Reznor distanced himself and ended their label deal. Manson responded with sarcasm and defiance. The press couldn't get enough. What once looked like brotherhood became a cold war. The art never stopped, but the friendship was gone. Manson was now on his own path, louder, darker, and out of control. That ends part 1 of this tragic tale. In part 2, we uncover their public feud, failed reconciliations, and lasting legacy. Was the monster greater than the master? Or did the master create a legend he couldn't contain? Don't miss what's next. Welcome back. Let's continue the twisted story of 9 Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson, two icons who built and broke each other. Get ready for betrayal, legacy, and the final fallout. After the split, interviews turned hostile. Manson accused Reznor of manipulation and betrayal. Reznor called Manson a disappointment and cut ties completely. Allegations of sabotage, ego wars, and abuse exploded in the press. Their feud wasn't just personal, it was public and brutal. Fans watched the drama unfold like a rock opera. Both men stood their ground. The bond they once had was now buried beneath resentment and silence. While Manson stayed in the spotlight with controversy, Reznor evolved. He began scoring films and won an Oscar for The Social Network. His sound matured into something cinematic and grand. Manson, meanwhile, leaned deeper into chaos, sometimes brilliant, sometimes lost. The contrast became obvious. Reznor refined himself. Manson burned brighter and faster. Their careers now moved in opposite directions, both marked by the past they shared. Years later, Manson mentioned wanting to reconnect. But Reznor had moved on. After abuse allegations surfaced against Manson in 2021, Reznor publicly condemned him. He said their relationship ended long ago. That statement closed the door completely. Fans were split. Some stayed loyal to Manson's image. Others supported Reznor's growth. Their legacy became bigger than the music. It became a symbol of creativity turned sour. Despite the drama, both left permanent marks on music. Reznor changed the game for industrial rock and inspired generations of artists. Manson pushed boundaries, shocked the world, and became a cultural icon. Their music still hits hard, raw, emotional, and unapologetic. They may never reunite, but their influence is undeniable. Like fire and ice, they destroyed and defined each other. Their myth lives on in every broken lyric and haunted riff. Reznor emerged as the refined artist, respected in Hollywood and beyond. He transformed pain into soundtracks and innovation. Manson became a legend wrapped in scandal, powerful, broken, unforgettable. Their rivalry wasn't just about music. It was about identity, control, and legacy. In their own ways, both won and both lost. That's the price of greatness when it comes wrapped in chaos and ambition. People still argue, did Reznor make Manson famous, or was Manson destined for infamy? Was their split a tragedy or a necessary break? The truth might be somewhere in between. One thing is certain, without Reznor, Manson wouldn't be the same. And without Manson, Reznor wouldn't have faced his own dark mirror. They are forever linked in the twisted history of rock. That's the end of this epic clash. Now it's your turn. Who do you choose? The master of industrial precision or the monster of shock and spectacle? Comment your favorite below and share this story with true rock fans. See you in the next battle. Behind the scenes, more conflicts brewed. Manson began criticizing Reznor in public, calling him controlling and distant. Reznor avoided direct responses but made it clear he was done. Their crews stopped working together. Old interviews resurfaced with passive-aggressive remarks. Their fans debated intensely across forums and magazines. Was this breakup staged or a true artistic divorce? The media kept stirring the pot. What was once collaboration became silent war. No words, no reunions, only tension, distance, and mystery between two former giants of the same storm. Their story teaches a harsh truth about fame, power, and creative relationships. What begins as inspiration can turn into obsession. The industry loves a rise, but loves a fall even more. Reznor and Manson's saga shows how thin the line is between collaboration and rivalry. Their legacy isn't just music, it's a cautionary tale. Every lyric hides a wound, every concert a message. They changed rock forever, but also destroyed a friendship. In the ashes, fans still find meaning. That's the haunting beauty of their rivalry. It never truly ends, it just evolves with time.